A heartfelt reflection on misunderstandings. Relationships are built on a foundation of trust, communication, and vulnerability. Yet, when doubts emerge, they can quickly unravel even the strongest bonds. Recently, I found myself caught in a whirlwind of suspicion and anxiety over my man and a seemingly innocuous lipstick mark that turned our world upside down. This experience has led me to question not only the nature of fidelity, but also the importance of understanding and communication in partnerships. About a month ago, my man went out with his coworkers to a bar known for its vibrant atmosphere and lively dance floor. This was a routine outing for them, something they enjoy every few months. When he returned home that night, however, I noticed something peculiar, a distinct lipstick mark emblazoned on his shirt. Instantly, alarm bells began to ring in my mind. Concerned yet composed, I asked him about it, expecting some reasonable explanation. His response, though, left me feeling uneasy. He claimed he had no idea how it got there. Given my history with relationships, particularly experiences marked by infidelity, I couldn't help but let the seeds of doubt take root. The possibility of betrayal loomed large in my mind. Did he go home with someone? Had he shared an intimate moment with a coworker or a stranger at the bar? The fact that he returned home still in his work attire only intensified my suspicions. As the days turned into a blur of anxiety and tension, I found myself increasingly questioning every aspect of our relationship. What had once been a loving and supportive partnership morphed into a tumultuous exchange of accusations and defenses. I pressed him relentlessly about that night, hoping to pry the truth from what felt like a veil of deception. Despite his vehement denials, my mind was locked in a spiral of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. In a move driven by desperation, I resorted to snooping through his phone and computer, convinced that the evidence I sought would solidify my suspicions. Yet, my search yielded nothing but silence. When he caught me in the act, the tension escalated further, igniting more conflict instead of resolution. As emotions ran high, I reached a breaking point. My accusations turned bitter, labeling him a liar and a cheater. And just like that, our relationship came to a crashing halt. As we stood there amidst the pieces of what was once a beautiful connection, he continued to insist on his innocence. My heart ached with guilt, yet I couldn't shake off the nagging feeling that something had gone wrong. Breaking up was a difficult decision, and moving out shortly after felt like tearing apart a part of myself. Fast forward to last night, when I reconnected with an old friend over dinner. As we reminisced about life, I couldn't help but share my heartache and recount the lipstick incident. Much to my surprise, she listened intently before pulling up a TikTok video that caused my heart to skip a beat. The clip depicted a girl at a club playfully kissing unsuspecting guys, leaving behind lipstick marks without their notice. Could it be that my ex was the unintended victim of this bizarre new trend? The realization that someone might have innocently kissed him from behind, leaving that mark without him even knowing, was a perspective I had never considered until that moment. The creator of the video was in Australia, while I was in Los Angeles, a reminder of how quickly trends can spread across continents. As I reflected on that new angle, I struggled with a sleepless night filled with conflicting emotions. Guilt weighed heavily on my conscience, gnawing at me for possibly misjudging him amidst my fears and insecurities. I couldn't help but replay our conversations and arguments in my mind, realizing I may not have granted him the benefit of the doubt he deserved. I felt responsible for the hurtful things I had said during our breakup, words that lingered long after they had been spoken. Now, a part of me wrestles with the lingering question: did he actually cheat? And if I were to reach out, how could I broach the subject without it sounding accusatory or dismissive of my past doubts? The idea of sending an email or making a quick call felt daunting, yet necessary, as I yearned for even a semblance of closure or reconnection. Yet, as I pondered whether to mention the TikTok video, doubt crept in again. If he genuinely hadn't cheated, wouldn't he appreciate my perspective? Conversely, would a true cheater see this as an easy way to deflect blame, absolving himself of responsibility? The complexity of the situation made my head spin. I constantly found myself overthinking every scenario, weighing pros and cons of each potential conversation. In this emotional turmoil, I recognized that the gravity of misunderstandings often suffocates relationships. This experience served as a powerful reminder about how assumptions can distort reality, leading us down paths filled with unnecessary pain and regret. Rather than fostering the open communication we once shared, I fell prey to doubt and anxiety, ultimately sabotaging what could have been a moment for understanding and growth. In mulling over what next steps to take, I find solace in the idea that perhaps this journey could lead to healing both for myself and, possibly, for us. If I decide to reach out, it would not only offer a chance to clear the air, but also provide an opportunity to embrace vulnerability in the face of confusion and regret. Trust, once broken, can be rebuilt through open dialogue, even if it means confronting the complexities of uncertainty. As I reflect on this emotional roller coaster, I realize that relationships require constant nurturing, communication, and an open heart. Whatever the outcome, I hope to emerge from this experience with a deeper understanding of the importance of trust and the human tendency to doubt. In the end, every challenge we face offers lessons that can guide us toward growth and, hopefully, wiser choices in our future relationships.